How do I actually sell it? How do I go out and actually land clients? A wise man once said that you have to get good before you can get rich. What do I mean with that? What you've probably seen on Instagram and all the other socials as well is people saying, go out, learn how to build websites and sell your first one for $10,000. And while it is true that you can sell websites for this much, is it realistic that you're going to go out and close a 10K deal as your first one? Well, probably not. And that is also what I mentioned earlier when we talked about expectations. It's probably not going to go that way. Why is that? Well, there's a couple of reasons. The first one is that you have absolutely no trust. And how do you build trust? Well, you need testimonials and you need previous experience. So when you hop on a call with someone that you actually know what you're talking about, that you're actually certain in yourself that, okay, you can help this person get better results. In this course, I'll show you how to get both of those things. And what I'll also show you is the next part that you're lacking, which is skills. For some reason these days, people think that you can just go out and learn something in 5 minutes and all of a sudden charge thousands of dollars for it. I'm sorry, but that is not reality. You've got to understand that what people are paying you for is the time and effort you've put in to gather skills. Skills that this person that are paying you doesn't have themselves. If it was easy, the thing that you were doing, the thing that you had learned, then no one would pay you for it. So you have to do exactly what it is that you're doing right now when watching this video. You have to go out and you have to learn, you have to build these skills in order to get paid. And that's exactly what I mean when I say you have to get good before you get rich. And of course, that's also the entire point of this video, is to get you to build those skills. When I started my AI business, it didn't take a week, it didn't take a month, it didn't take 2 months. It took 4 months before I closed my first paying client for $400. And guess what I did before that? I did not charge $10,000 for a website. I actually did free work in order to actually build trust, to gain experience and to gain testimonials. And by doing the free work, I also gained the skills that I could later monetize and actually charge for. So if you're thinking right now, okay, I'm going to go out, I'm going to learn this, and then the next week I'm going to sell a 10K website, leave this video. This video is not for you. Understand that you have to build the skills before you can charge anything, and understand that this takes months. The way that I think about it is that there's kind of like 3 different levels to what you can be building when you're just starting out. The first level that I would recommend that you start with is AI generated websites. Specifically with Claude Code, it's extremely good at building websites. And let me show you something very, very interesting. If I head over to Claude and I ask how many small businesses still don't have a website, while I then drink my coffee, Claude is now going to research the web and find out the number. And now we can see that roughly 27 to 30% of businesses in 2026 have no website. So roughly 1 in 3 small businesses still don't have a website. So if you learn that skill of building websites, all of a sudden you can provide services to that 30%. And that 30% does not have a website. You can also build better websites and sell it to the rest of the 70% if you provide something that's better than what they currently have. So I can write, okay, so if it's 30%, how many businesses in that in, let's say, the US? Just to put a number for how many potential businesses that you could actually be working with. I'll take another sip of the coffee while Claude is researching. So in the US, there are 36 million small businesses, and 30% of that is then 10 million businesses without a website. And that is, in my opinion, the best place to start. Now you have millions of businesses that you could service with your skills. They don't know how to build websites with something like Claude Code. They are not going to learn it. They are focused on their craft. So when you in this course is going to learn how to build websites, all of a sudden you can service all of those businesses and provide a valuable service. That is level 1 out of 3. The next thing we're going to take a look at is the step up. Now you're not only building websites, you're also automating their business with automations and agents. This requires some more knowledge into integrations and APIs, but don't worry, you're going to be learning how to do that as well. And I would say the final level is building out full AI systems for businesses that not only integrate into what they already have, but also where you are collecting all of the automations that you've built from level 2, and then maybe creating a dashboard or somehow building it into a full AI system. But of course, we don't start at level 3, we start at level 1.